A simple NLP mindset to achieve goals extraordinarily well. Stay tuned. Damon here with NLP Gym. How to achieve goals effortlessly. If you haven't already, please click subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get these videos on a regular basis. Everything that's sold today that requires effort claims that you will get results effortlessly. And there can be some truth to that, and that's what we're going to explore in this video. But in general, what they're doing is selling to you this idea that you don't have to change your life, you don't have to do anything, and suddenly it's all just going to happen for you if you just take this pill or you just buy the product, what have you. And they're preying on people who are, in some sense, lazy, so they know that they won't do it, and so they won't ask for their money back once they buy the product because they haven't actually done what it is they're supposed to do, because it requires effort. So how do you achieve goals effortlessly? The best goals don't really take effort. And that's not because you don't do anything to get what you want. It's because it doesn't feel like effort. When you're completely congruent with a goal and you are aligned with the value that achieving that goal will get for you, then a goal feels effortless. If you're feeling resistance to a goal, that's like when you think about what it is you want to achieve and you want to set that goal, but then you're hesitant because you feel this resistance. That requires effort then to overcome the resistance. It requires effort to work against that resistance, to do all the things you have to do to achieve that goal. And you can absolutely do that. But usually that resistance is an indication of an ecology issue. Usually that resistance is a good indication that you need to sort some things out first, and maybe it's not even a worthy goal. Resistance can come up because the goal that you want is actually not something you want. It's something that other people want for you, or other people think you should do. So because you feel like you should do it, you're now setting this goal and going after it. And it feels like a lot of work, it feels like a lot of effort, and because you're working against that resistance, it's like you're grinding against it because you're doing this for outside pressure. The outside pressure is causing you to want to do this because you think you should do it. And it's motivation from outside of you rather than motivation from within. Actually, I'll restate that. It's pressure from outside of you to do something rather than the motivation from within to do it. There's a huge difference in those two. And when you're coming from the motivation from within, going after your goal, achieving your goal in a lot of ways will be effortless. Take, for instance, my health. I just went to the doctor for a checkup and I ran a bunch of tests. The normal tests that you would run for a 38-year-old. And for the fourth consecutive year, my health results came out near perfect. And people might look at my daily routine of how I eat, how I exercise, and say, wow, you put a lot of work into this. But it doesn't feel like work to me. In fact, I would seriously doubt that it's that much more work than anyone else's normal routine. In fact, I would say it doesn't feel like any additional work other than what other people feel in their normal daily routine. I can certainly say, without a doubt, it doesn't feel like I'm working harder or putting more effort into this than what I did when I wasn't this healthy and I didn't have these healthy habits. It's just a matter of programming your habits and your routine with healthy ones rather than unhealthy ones. So here's the difference. If your health goal is to drop 20 or 30 pounds, and you work towards that and you achieve it and you come to a point where you've lost the 20 or 30 pounds, what most people feel, and I know this because I've done it before, is when you've lost the weight and you hit the goal is, oh, finally, now I can go back to normal. Now I can eat. And that's why people gain that weight back, because they've achieved the goal and that's what their focus was on losing the 20 to 30 pounds. Well, why not try this a different way? And here's the mindset. Think about the goal being that you want to enjoy your life more, you want more energy and vitality, and you want to improve the quality of your life. And one way that you're going to do that is you're going to eat healthier food and you're going to exercise. And that's completely different than setting a goal of losing 20 to 30 pounds. Because one is more a destination, losing the 20 to 30 pounds. And when you reach the destination, then you tend to sort of go backward again. And one is a journey. And that journey is to live a healthier life and improve the quality of your life, which is ongoing. So if you're not enjoying the journey, that's a clear indication that it's probably not a worthwhile goal, or you haven't transformed the resistance. So it's not that losing 20 or 30 pounds is not a good idea. It is. It's a great idea. But when you go at it with improving the quality of your life, losing the 20 or 30 pounds along the way is just more an indication that you're going in the right direction. So let's take money. Many people set financial goals. I have set probably more financial goals than any other area or any other type of goal. And I've failed at more financial goals than probably any other goals that I've ever set. Why? Because I had the wrong mindset. So let's say you want to double your income in the next year. And as soon as you set that goal, or as soon as you even start thinking about that goal, you start to feel that resistance come up. And you're not even sure what that's about. Why do you want to double your income over the next year? You may have many reasons. One of them might be the financial safety and security of your family, which is quite a noble thing, right? Of course we want that for our family. In the process of achieving that, there's a part of you that knows when doubling your income, you're going to have to work double the hours. And if you do that, you're going to miss out on quality time with your kids or with your family. So you may achieve the goal and at the same time alienate your family. And I assure you, if you do something like that, the goal is going to feel meaningless, because the whole reason why you're trying to achieve it is for your family. And then you miss out on the very thing that you're trying to protect. A lot of times we don't realize that's what's happening when we experience resistance. It's quite unconscious. So that's why when you're setting a goal, especially if you're setting a goal and you feel that resistance coming up, that's what we call ecology. If you are a system, there's a part of the system that knows, okay, if we do this, we're going to probably lose it another way. So you need to get very clear, first of all, is the goal worthwhile? Is it your goal? Does it come from your desire? Is it a motivation from within, or is it a pressure from outside of you, either by friends and family, by society, by your culture, whatever it might be? You might want something, but you might only think you want something. It might really be about what other people think you should have. So check in with that and be very clear. And because if you're going after one of those goals, I can assure you, you're going to feel a lot of resistance. You can willpower your way through it and achieve it, but I assure you, the pleasure, the enjoyment of it, it will not last, and it will not be fulfilling. Now, that doesn't mean that anytime you feel resistance that's what that means. The resistance might come from knowing that you might have to sacrifice something else in the process of getting what you want. So you need to come from a place of wholeness, not dividedness, or division. Having that resistance and not dealing with that resistance, you will be coming from a place of being divided, which is not going to get you your goal very quickly, and it's going to be painful, and it's going to feel like work, and it's going to feel like it's full of effort. When you can transform that resistance by getting in touch with it and finding out what that resistance is about and asking yourself good questions, who will achieving this goal affect? Yourself, the people around you, the people who love you, the people you work with? And is this something that you really want? And what are the positives and the negatives of achieving this? Once you clear out the obstacles, once you clear out the resistance, and you're very clear about what you want and the value that you're going to get out of that, achieving that goal is not only going to feel effortless, the goal itself is not going to be the really important thing. It's going to be that journey of moving in that direction. And when you hit that goal, it's just going to be sort of like a milestone. It's just going to be a milestone, and you know that you're going to keep moving in this direction of better well-being, improving your life, improving the quality of your life. And that's really what goals are about. The accomplishment of a goal is nothing more than that. It's just knowing that you're moving in the right direction. And it's great to feel good about that, and you should feel satisfied when you achieve a goal. But if it's not in the greater context of your life, your joy, your well-being, the joy and pleasure of that will be short-lived. And if you place higher expectations on that achievement than what they give you, there will be disappointment. So clear out the resistance, and achieving your goals will be effortless. Check out our website, nlp-gym.com, and follow us on Facebook. And like I said, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. Speaking of resistance, we have Core Transformation coming up. It's a workshop September 16th, 17th, and 18th. It's taught by Mark Andreas, son of Steve and Connie Ray Andreas, who are legends in NLP. And Core Transformation is all about taking that resistance and transforming it, and using resistance and obstacles as the doorway to getting what you want and for greater happiness, health, and well-being. So it's a great workshop to complement everything that I just talked about on this video. Also, stay tuned. There is a little thing at the end of this video that shows you how to get access to an online training program for sensory acuity that we offer free at the website nlp-gym.com. I hope to see you soon at one of our free practices or at one of our workshops. Take care.